on Rhythm Roots. Yes, family, www.riddimrootsradio.com. Sophia Brown, hear this.
Cash flow, Mama Africa. Mama Africa, Mama.
Tell you somebody it's dangerous, family. Think I joke me I make.
Sweet Mama Africa of creation. I up yourself cause you know you a black woman. Represent as a queen from the motherland. Me black, me powerful and me know some
FARDA conscious vibration, yeah, positive. FARDA conscious, blessed love, sin. Son at the fire, I say so.
Cash flow.
Let me say family, out of the mouth of the daughter, Sophia Brown, I bring you.
Mama Africa.
That's right.
Mama.
Hear the daughter voice, how strong it be.
Sweet Mama Africa of creation. Hype up yourself cause you know you a black woman. Represent as a queen from the motherland. Me black, me powerful and me know some
consciousness, me say.
Africa no freak out. Mama Africa no bleach out. Even though they always try to abuse her, as she the world can do without. Mama Africa is loving. She is so kind. She's the queen of a civilization where life began with birth to every nation. They wanna rob her of all the gold. For blood diamonds wanna take her soul. But give Jah thanks and praises. Mama Africa stands strong throughout the ages. Sweet Mama Africa of creation. Ice up yourself cause you know you a black woman. Represent as a queen from the motherland. Me black, me powerful and me know say me stand strong. Sweet Mama Africa of creation. Ice up yourself cause you know you a black woman. Represent as a queen from the motherland. Me black, me powerful and me know say me stand strong. From Gambia to Kenya to Nigeria, Morocco, Zimbabwe and Algeria, to find the land of the king that is Ethiopia. Me make a one trot down to South Africa. Me meet and greet Winnie Mandela. Then me make a one stop in Ghana. Feel link up the Queen Didi Akea. What a beautiful lady, sweet Africa, eh? Sweet Mama Africa of creation. I up yourself cause you know you a black woman. Represent as a queen from the motherland. Me black, me powerful and me know say me stand strong. Sweet Mama Africa of creation. I
hear the voice, family.
You a black woman.
I'm singing more.
A queen from the motherland. Me black, me powerful and me know say me stand strong. Mama Africa no free.
As this tune are done, family.
Africa no bleacher.
I go hear the voice, not the reasoning more. See?
As she the world can't do without. Sweet Africa, Mama Africa, sweet Africa, sweet Mama Africa of creation. Hype up yourself cause you know you a black woman. Represent as a queen from the motherland. Me black, me powerful and me know say me stand strong. Sweet Mama Africa of creation. Hype up yourself cause you know you a black woman. Represent as a queen from the motherland. Me black, me powerful and me know say me stand strong. Sweet Mama Africa of creation. Hype up yourself cause you know you a black woman.
Promotions, family, welcome forward. Yes, Mama G, I spy you. Reggae Middlesbrough, you don't know say our family. Everything highly blessed, bless up.
Africa, whoa,
No family. This daughter, yeah, who come forward. She did not the business. Hey, no, you know, long time. See, by the name of Sophia Brown. Sistrin, come forward.
What's up, massive? It's your girl Sophia Brown, the only SP.
Manners. Welcome forward, Sistrin.
That respect to each and everyone everywhere in the entire world who's listening to Reddit Roots Radio right about now.
Respect. And that we say, you don't know. See? No. How things with you, Mrs. String, because we know say you're in the business for a long time. 19 long time. Don't.
Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah, long time. I started in this business, as a kid,
See?
not as a recording artist at the time, but as a dancer,
That's right. A dance choreographer. To put it
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
See?
I used to dance, in my community youth club that I grew up in, and I was born in Kingston, first of all, and then I was route to the parish of St. Elizabeth, where my grandmother raised me in a little district called the Carisbrook,
See?
In those days, we didn't have television, and those who have television, we would have to go to their house. I didn't have a television,
All the rich
and
people, it's all the rich people would have them something there.
Yeah. So we would have to go to other people's houses to watch some TV and stuff like that. So we started to create our own entertainment, like playing baseball, cricket, skipping rope, and hide and seek. The things that make a child life lively.
Yeah,
outside of you have your parent to make sure you're okay and stuff like that. So one evening, a group of us, we sat down and we decided that we should start a community youth club, just like how the other rural areas, have a community youth club that involve the youths, whether in dancing, doing plays, they call it theater now, and drum, whatever, to keep us out of trouble, So we decided that, we're going to start one, and we did started one. And it was really, really nice, knowing the fact that we have something to gravitate to, and myself and my cousin Sonia Baker, we were the dance duo at that time for the community youth club. We were the baddest thing you could ever come across, and in terms of dancing. And I must tell you, my God.
And I'll cut it this, but during them times, was it the times when everybody that talk about dancing queen and all that kind of thing there? When them going to dance on a competition?
And those don't come around yet.
Oh.
Those things came in the 20th century, like in the 20th century. We start like the year 2000. We start having those things. I'm talking about in the 90s, 80s, 90s.
Yes.
And with that said, our community youth club started to go around and start participating with other community youth club around the rural area of St. Elizabeth. Places like Santa Cruz, Black River, Nain, Southfield, Montego Bay, every surrounding district that we could ever go, to go up and, we are the best.
You go there and you battle them.
Yeah, man, we are the best, and we went there, and first time nowadays they say money pull up, because if it's nice, it's a money pull up, but those days it was encore, if you get once you buy for encore, the money pan off full again before we start,
Because you look food too.
Yeah, the community youth club would get the funds to continue to develop it, what it needed for that time. So once they say encore, the money pan up to full up before we started again, and that was some of the things that we had done to make ourselves, entertain ourselves by just doing this, because we didn't have all the gadgets, the phone, and all the things that these kids have nowadays. We had ourselves to make ourselves happy, and as time.
Sorry, sister. Was I going to say, them the days there, you couldn't really and truly run go mommy about your beggar money for this and that, and you'd have to go, they're going to make your own kind of thing.
Yeah. And during that time, the Jamaica Tourist Board came along, and they had asked me to come and sing and dance for the Jamaica tours that hails from Montego Bay to the Appleton Sugar Estate. And I was happy to do that, because now I'm getting some money in my pocket. And
Get recognition.
you know, when it, huh?
Yeah, get recognition now.
Yeah, because when you're working now, you know, as a kid and you're getting $100 in your pocket a week, that's enough money them time there now.
Yeah, man, money that.
Enough money, you feel sweet, you know, so you just want to continue to do this and stuff like that. And I remember we used to go every day and we used to sing like tunes from Barrington Levy, Bob Marley, Dennis Brown, Marcia Griffiths, John Holt, and those people, you know, to entertain the tourists and stuff like that. So it really started out there at a young age. I'm talking about 10, 11, 12 at this point in time in my life.
So,
you know?
So them times there, is what they call yourselves, the Appleton Estate Tour. What was your dance crew actually known as back them times there?
The dance crew, the dance crew was myself, Sonia Baker, and Sophia Brown. So we were cousins. So we were doing that together as a duo, you know, doing that kind of thing. But then when apart from that, I go over to the Jamaica tours with the Jamaica Tourist Board, doing this gig, you know, singing and dancing for the tourists by myself. I couldn't call myself Jamaica Tours. The thing already, I was Sophia. But as time progressed, and I come back to live in Kingston now. Mm-hmm. I met a very good friend of mine, Mr. Stephen Stanley, you know, and I started before I met Stephen Stanley, to be honest with you, I went to Lego. I don't know if you're familiar with Lego Studio, and down there in Orange Street, you know, and I went there and trying to do some recording. That never worked out. And then I went to Jack Scorpio, the Scorpio label.
Yes.
Yes, you must know that one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And by this time they were calling me Wonder Girl because I'm a small, you know, woman in stature.
Well, you only about 5'3", don't?
Yeah, I'm still small, you know, and I went there and I said to Daddy Jack, you know, I would like to be a part of the music business and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't ready for me, so I met someone by the name of Mr. Stephen Stanley. And, you know, start hanging around the studio. Music Works and Penthouse was the big studio at the time. And I remember one day sitting in the studio with Stephen Stanley. He was mixing a song by Marcia Griffiths and Admiral Tibet titled "Look at the Madman." And two white men walk in the studio, you know, and they were in Jamaica to record the late Gregory Isaacs, Michael Rose and Tony Red Rose and Leroy Schools. And Stephen Stanley said, "See, Wonder Girl, man, put her on the track. She can't sing, you know, she bad."
See, and so you get the first step forward, really and truly.
Yes, that's when I first, you know, really get into to do a song. See. And the white man looked at me and asked me, you know, he was wearing his glasses, you know, and he peeped over his glasses with his two, and I must see blue eyes like that in all my life, you know.
Them hold you.
He looked at me and he said, "Can you sing?" And I said, "Yes, I can sing." And he said to me, "Well, go in the booth and sing something for me." And I went into the booth and I sing a song, which is my first recording ever, titled "Jig Me." I'm going to sing a little part of it for you.
Yes.
You know, it says something like this: "Jig me, and I'll pull me. Jig and I'll pull you, jig and I'll pull me now. Oh boy, you pull me now. You say you're full up of action. Now it's the time to show me your motion. Love to feel when you touch up me belly. Little boy, I want you to touch up part to me. Hold on, my boyfriend, tell him that I'm chilly. Tell him that I want him all and pull and jig me, so jig me." And he said, "Blow that," you know, like he said.
So, hold on, and that was what year? 91?
That was 1993.
Whoa,
you know?
See.
Yeah. So it's a long time, you know?
Yes, man. And so after that, now you start to bust forward with the music, them.
After that, no, I recorded the song. Then one Saturday morning, early, I was in my bed, you know, and Jason Lee from Sonic Sound, they were the distributor for the song in the Caribbean. And he called me and said, Wanda, wake up, man. your son are playing JBC, Donovan Dakers, and mash it up. Because in those times it used to be Barry G, Donovan Dakers, and them guys. You know?
Them name at the beginning of the day when it comes to reggae music and I throw it out for the masses, them.
For real. And I turned the radio on, and I actually heard my song, I heard myself on the radio for the first time. Blouse and skirt, everything mash up.
Yeah, man.
Not even knowing me spring out of the bed, may I tell you, for alright. Me run out of the bed, me run down the avenue.
I mean, everybody must know say you that I sing.
Yes, man, I'm wake up everybody me wake up, me say my song is playing on the radio, wake up.
Yes, man.
You know, you can understand how delightful that was just to hear myself on the radio, you know, and then a few weeks later now, Dennis Howard, you know, RFM came along, she's a big station here in Jamaica, and Dennis Howard now was the big disc jockey on the radio, and he started pumping the song, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. And then Daddy Jack now hear the song on the radio now, and he draw back for me now, and he asked me to record something on the Strive rhythm with Shinehead. You know, Shinehead have a big tune named Strive.
Sing? But them times, but you see them times, you know, you find, if I say, enough for them mans, they like, you must perform amongst them man with them Shabba Ranks and Frankie Paul and them mans there, because from your play radio and them kind of area there, you know? Yeah,
because after Daddy Jack now released the tune on the Strive rhythm, and then now the Mad Professor from the UK, the renowned Mad Professor, come down here now, and he recorded a cover song with me as well. You know, I found love on a two-way street,
yes,
and lost it on a lonely highway. Yeah, man, Mad Professor did that song with me now, and then now you find the people that knows, like, you know, Specialist Dylan now was Shabba Ranks and Lady Patcher and Frankie Paul and Richie Stevens' manager.
Yeah, man,
and I remember they were putting on a big concert now in Montego Bay, Water Fletcher's Beach, and you know, they asked me to come on the show, you know, and this time now I'm performing among, sharing the stage with Shabba Ranks, with big Grammy-winning artist Richie Stevens.
Them man they did a go and waste them time there.
Yeah, Mad Cabra and them man there, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, when I was on the stage now, a man beckoned, blouse and skirt, a girl like you should have been in Hollywood, look at your pretty girl, you know. That kind of vibe there, you know, and just continue to give me confidence, you know, to continue, I'm doing the work, you know.
Yes.
And then in 1998, I decided that I wanted to form my own company and my own music label, titled Music Maker Records, you know. Because I kind of realized that, you know, there is so much obstacles for the female, you know, in terms of they want you to do so much things, you know, in order to get something is no pain, no gain, you know. And I personally wasn't in the mood to do certain things as a woman. If you see that I have the talent, you must be able to just work with me and let that fly, you know.
Yeah, man, that's how it's supposed to go. You know,
yes. So I decided now in 1998 now to start my label, Music Maker Records, you know, and it's the rest is history. From there on till now is Music Maker Records, which really responsible for the career in terms of music. I've recorded, you know, like the song you play. I did that Cash Flow Records, you know, which is some of the youths that were really doing great things in reggae and dancehall. You know, that was the Faithful Rhythm I was on with so many much more artists and stuff like that. But
sorry for cut you, but you know your music label, Music Maker. See?
Yeah.
Is you one to deal with that, or is you and others?
Well, Music Maker is belong to me, and I personally produce other artists and produce myself. So basically, the label is mine, and it's me and me alone. So that's my label. You know, but in spite, you know, to ask you, we have to have a team, like promotion team and stuff like that, you know, and then we have YK Promotion who is on board. We have Rico Berry here in Jamaica who is on board, and we have Anthony Turner out of New York City who is on board, and we have Crystal Comley who's also here in Jamaica who's also on board. You can never do nothing by yourself in music, you know, regardless of what. So we're definitely doing this as a team and stuff like that. So you alone can't do nothing right in music. You will go crazy.
Believe. Nobody can do anything by themselves in a music. You always have to have some form of help. That's why I pay if you do good as you walk good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
For real. So I tell you what we do. We gotta make the family hear another tune from you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we come back on the reasoning. See?
Yes, sir.
And we have a music they call Poverty. No.
Yeah.
We all know what that song they mean. So we don't need to really go in it and reason about that because who feels it knows it. And that
Yes.
So right about now, Rhythm Roots family, I bring you the daughter like Sophia Brown with a thing called Poverty.
Across the world, the souls of men have cried for centuries.
We were born in poverty, raised in poverty. How can we relieve ourselves from poverty? Yeah. Ooh. Poverty, you're not nice. Poverty, get out of my life. Poverty, you will wanna erase. Poverty, get out my space. Poverty, you're not nice. Poverty, get out my life. Poverty, you will wanna erase. Poverty, get out my face. Food is the stuff of life. If we can't get it, how can we survive? Starvation takes over the world. Children cry for hunger from day till night. Mommy and daddy work their fingers to the bone. Still they can feed them from what they have made. Frustration take over my mind when I see the tears in my children's eyes. Poverty, you're not nice. Poverty, get out my life. Poverty, you are wanna erase. Poverty, get out my space. Poverty, you're not nice. Poverty, get out my life. Poverty, you are wanna erase. Poverty, get out my space.
When we say family, the whole of we can identify with it, don't?
After just to get on by, tears fall from my eyes to see the people how they suffer and die. And I wonder why some people don't get a blind. Oh, why? Poverty, you're not nice. Poverty, get out of my life. Poverty, you I wanna erase. Poverty, get out of my space. Poverty, you're not nice. Poverty,
Going out to all those out there that know what it feel like to go hungry.
you I wanna erase. Poverty, get out of my face.
Poverty is the bar. Nobody come near me, lock me door, the poor life can't sit in on my chair. You're not my kid, so please get out of here. Call Mr. Good Life, tell him draw near. Don't want my bills to pile up. Still me want me store for light up. When night time come, I want
This family going out to all those out there that know about the turn cornmeal and the chicken back and white rice. It no nice.
poverty. Get out my
When you drop up in the belly bottom, you give thanks for it said way.
poverty. Get out my space. Poverty. You're not nice. Poverty. Get out my life. Poverty. You I wanna erase. Poverty. Get out my space. Poverty. You are not nice. Poverty. Get out my life.
Yes, family. Thing called poverty. And like me said before, enough of we know about that, man. Turn cornmeal, chicken back and white rice, all them kind of thing there. You know it's life hard when you have to eat them the kind of food there. See?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I actually like turned cornmeal. The Italian call it polenta, so
See?
I think it's a very good delicacy.
We know about it back in the day when nothing else is about and enough people don't like it.
People used to think of it like it's the most, impoverished, food, but it's a good delicacy. Especially I remember in the 1980s
See?
or in the when there was nothing here in Jamaica, like we couldn't get rice, flour, sugar, and those stuff, and we used to have to. My grandmother, she used to juice the sugar cane and warm that on the fire in order to give us as tea because there was no sugar. That was what we used to have to drink. And on a Sunday, she used to make that same turned corn meal, with the gungu rice and peas and the coconut milk in it, and that was a fantastic meal. That's why that is why my generation we are not sickly and stuff like that because we had raised up on some real nice food.
Yeah, man, proper food. Not them kind of empanel food where them about the place, where them are joke up to get people.
You see what I mean? Thing like the turned cornmeal, and then I remember my grandmother used to grow like the corn. The natural corn, and she used to make the porridge from it, and she used to make the corn pudding and the cassava pudding and all these things,
Remember how many corn and them corn there? Hey, and them the porridge did nice.
Yes, I'm actually from that era where I enjoy those kind of food, and I still enjoy those kind of food, and and the coconut rundown, if you can get a little piece of saltfish to put in it, you put it in it. You put in it, but when we couldn't get those things, my grandmother used to improvise, and she used to put like the tomato, the cucumbers, and the susumber beans and stuff like that, and it was fantastic.
Granny cooking was the greatest.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I can tell you that much, So
hey, me not take back no talk from that, man.
I still love those kind of food,
Believe that them the kind of food give structure.
Yes,
Not for the English, them don't know about them the kind of word, the structure, because them too busy eat them chips and them something them. Them kind of food, them full business there. But as we go back to the music now, Mrs. String.
Yes.
Because we know say in the following years, you kind of take to the road, don't it, and I do whole heap of tours and them things there, including them all America, Arizona, Virginia. When you move around with people like us, Snoop Dogg, Little Kim, Ja Rule, them are some big artists out of America. Eh?
Yeah. In the year 2000, 2001, 2002, same way I come back to Kingston and I was reunited with the Jamaica Tourist Board, and they used to have the radio tours that come from America and come to Jamaica in the exotic places like Negril here in Jamaica and Ocho Rios and those places, and they used to carry us, to get interviews done with these radio stations from abroad, like from Houston, Los Angeles, Miami, America, New York, all over America, and they implemented me back into their system and started doing that kind of thing with me. And I started working, with them by doing those kind of things. And I remember we there was a gentleman I met from Houston who worked on a big radio station there, Herman Morris, and he said to me, "I'm going to bring you to America to a big concert." And I never believed him, And one day, out of the blues, I just got a phone call from him, and he said, "I want to bring you to America to do this big festival," and it was with Snoop Dogg, Ja Rule, Little Kim, and those people, and Jay-Z, and I was like, wow, he did kept his promise, So from there we started doing some. I must tell you, I was when I go on that stage, I can't tell you no lie. You see, I was so nervous. You see, they say. On my fingertip, then the water drop off and we'll me a sweat.
I sing to a couple hundred people there, so sister. You have to know probably a couple thousand plus. So it
Yeah,
must,
thousands of people. I've never seen so much people standing in front of so much people in all my life to say I'm going to perform.
well, if you
So
ain't
that
ner-
was something,
if you ain't
man.
ner- if you ain't
And I
nervous,
just step out there now. I
no,
step out there and close my eyes.
see,
First thing I close my eyes first, because I don't want to open it.
well, put it this way, if you never did nervous something, what's wrong with you for real?
Right?
You have to have that
And
nervous touch.
right. And then I started singing and I heard the crowd start, like they were into it and stuff like that. So I opened my eyes now and said, okay, I'm ready to do this,
Yeah,
So that was a fantastic kind of vibe. It was in North Virginia and stuff like that. So, there's a lot of work, a lot of work from way back then coming to now.
See,
We really did a lot of work, But then I kind of when I started the record label, I kind of easy into the 20th century, and then
see,
I was away in the United States after coming back, and then I met Sil Gordon from Cell Block Music Group at a festival that I was invited. They were trying to reignite Reggae Sunsplash here in
see,
Jamaica,
see.
and I went to the festival in 2008, and I met my friend them Steel Pulse, from there in England.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Big band.
They are my very good friend, and they invited me to the concert, And I went to the concert, and I met a gentleman named Sil Gordon from Cell Block Music Group.
See,
And he said to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm not doing anything." And he said, "You give up on the music?" And I said, "No, I don't." And he said to me that I should come to the studio and listen to some of his track, and that's where it reignited and really started
so
going.
everything gone again now.
Yeah. So that's what happened, and we did a song titled "Love You Pure." That song was a big tune here in Jamaica. That's what bring me to the forefront again, to the people them, and it also get me nominated for New Female Artist of the Year at the EME Awards here in Jamaica too. So that's where the career start back. I wouldn't mind if you drop that truth.
Well, tell you truth, you talk it, and it's like two mind think alike, because family, as you talk about the tune, me have the tune on the turntable. I bring you, love you pure, from the mouth of the daughter, Sophia Brown. Hear this. Family, cause easy. Hear the voice.
I will never be the one to hurt you. I'll never be the one to lie to you. I will never be the one to stop loving you. I'll never be the one to get angry at you. Who knows how to say these words, but baby, when the rain falls, I will cry with you. And when the sun shines, I will smile with you. Cause I'm your woman. Love you, baby. Love you pure. Love you, honey, until you just can't take no more. Love you, baby. Love you, pure. Love you, honey, until you just can't take no more. This is the truth. I ain't telling no lies. You are the man for me, yeah. You're my one and only guy. Baby, look in my eyes, 'cause the eyes never lie. If I ever put doubt in your mind, baby, here is my reply. Love you, baby. Love you pure. Love you, honey, until you just can't take no more. Love you, baby. Love you pure. Love you, honey, until you just can't take no more. How can we work it out if you're not talking to me? How can we work this out if you can't look at me? Here I am, baby, on my bending knees. Don't wanna lose your love. From you I don't wanna be free. Love you, baby. Love you pure. Love you, honey, till you just can't take no more. Love you, baby. Love you pure.
Yes, Reggae Middlesbrough.
You, honey,
like the vibe, go on. Respect.
I'll never be the one to hurt you. I'll never be the one to lie to you. I will never be the one to stop loving you.
YK Promotions, welcome forward.
Don't stop me saying these words, but baby, when the rain falls, I will cry with you. And when the sun shines, I will smile with you. Cause I'm your woman. Love you, baby. Love you, pure. Love you, honey. Till you just can't take no more.
You hear what she said, family?
Love you, baby. Love you, pure.
Everybody will buy her music, she love them.
Till you just can't take no more.
Got them a give her little food.
The truth, I ain't telling no lies. You are the man for me, yeah. You're my one and only guy. Baby, look in my eyes, cause the eyes never lie. If I ever put doubt in your mind, baby, here is my reply. Love you, baby. Love you, pure. Love you, honey. Until you just can't take no more. Love you, baby. Love you, pure.
Yes, family.
Love you, honey. Until you just can't take no more.
X amount of talking that I'm doing there.
Love you, pure. Love you, honey. Until you just can't take no more.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah.
So, hold on there. Tell me something. You must write that one there for somebody.
You know, let me tell you something, I didn't write this tune for anyone, And, I could say I write it on someone else's story,
Oh, I see. Because we didn't know there was something behind the song itself, man.
Yeah. A friend of mine, at the same time while I was listening to that rhythm track to actually do this song, there was a virgin of mine came into the studio yard and he sat on the stool right there in the studio yard and we all were talking. Mm-hmm. And he was discussing that he was having problem with his wife and probably want to go through divorce and stuff like that. So that's where the motivation behind that song actually came into play. It wasn't from a real life story of mine, So that was.
Because like most artists, you find say them actually is not a personal thing, but it's things that are going around them that them take and put down on paper.
Yeah, man.
It's just like a storybook when you check the levels.
And you can find that song on the Spotlight album that is out on iTunes at the moment. And then after that we came back with a song that was massive song titled "Weak to You." You couldn't turn anywhere here in Jamaica and you don't hear it on people with a ringtone and you don't hear the kids them playing, singing it and stuff.
Which one was that one again?
It's titled "Weak to You." That one is also from the Spotlight album. You have the track, and it was a massive tune. When I tell you massive, up to today, it's still a massive tune. Anywhere I go, people still acknowledge me from that song as well, Massive tune, man. That's all I can say. People can also download that on iTunes as well. It's titled "I'm Weak to You," All
right. No, since them times there, right? What's been happening on this side of 2008? Because
after 2000, we came out with the album 2009, and we get a nomination again for Female Vocalist of the Year in 2009, and then we dropped that album, and then we started moving about more frequently, like doing gigs here and there and getting stuff done, and then we started looking. Then we came out with some singles like "Let It Be Me," which was voted one of the most 100. It was in the most 100 songs that played for 2010 all over the world. It was inducted in the 100 most popular songs that played in 2010. It's a song titled "Let It Be Me," and then we came with "Give Me That Good Love," which was also a massive tune distributed by that song was distributed by Universal Records and also Zodiac Worldwide.
See?
And that song also went to number 19 in the BBS Media's World Chart internationally in the United States. So that was a big one for my career again.
Yes,
Also,
man.
and then we come with Lovers Rock, which was a massive hit again for me.
Remember them times it was all about the Lovers Rock more times still.
Yeah, and then and it just continued to grow on there, and then we came back with a rendition from Miss Betty Wright, titled "Tonight Is the Night." That was a massive hit again.
Yeah,
and so it just continued to grow, and in the year 2012, during that period, I started work. I did the Lovers Rock rhythm with people like I did. Let me tell you something. It was a young artist thing that I have a soft spot for the younger acts then, because I see that they're not getting the fair chances.
For real.
And I came out and I put out a Lovers Rock with only mostly recognized artists on the rhythm, was basically myself and Ginger and a little youth, maybe you know him, named Anthony Q. He was always in London there.
Yes, man.
Yes. And and I realized that the album, the various artists album just took off. It just took off, and just because my single on it went to number 1 in the United in America, also in Florida, and it also went to number 3 there on the Chris Coxon radio charts there as well in the United Kingdom. So I mean, everywhere in the world, and people just start charting it, also in Canada and stuff like that. So that helped along to propel the rhythm and also the other acts that was on the rhythm.
See.
And then
during them times, did you actually make it a plan for actually go out there and look for actually unknown artists, as in opposed to known artists them to put on your label?
Yeah, man, because sometimes the known artists them not selling up because everybody have them on a rhythm.
Yeah, true.
So
true.
You understand?
True.
Sometimes the known artists them not selling. You have to know your business. You have to know your craft.
For real?
For
real, because
sometimes the known artists them don't really sell because everybody have them on a rhythm track, and that is one of the downfall in our business, where everybody is on the same rhythm track. And when you go to do a concert, you don't bring your own show because there is no originality to the music. You see what I mean? Everybody, if each person come and they have a hit song on the same rhythm, the massive, I go out hear the song, yes, but really and truly to where music is right now, it needs change. Yeah, you need your own exclusive, more creativity and thing, and that is one of the big things that is mashing us up around the world now, even the European market and UK market and elsewhere around the world. So originality right now is one of the key, and I tend to do that where my music is concerned, and that is one of the big things why I make the shift from having people doing most of my production and just having my production where I can get into the studio, have my own ideas and just lay down the tracks and just see what I like.
Bring forward your own ideas them yourself, how you want to do it, without having anybody else tell you anything.
Yeah, so these are the things that propel me to do these things. When you go about and you hear a concert promoter and them a complain, oh, the Jamaicans don't bring nothing, they bring the same thing, everybody's on the same rhythm track and stuff like that. It makes you start thinking otherwise, so that was one of my things, Yeah,
man, you start to move differently, like than the rest. So that just the fact that you move differently from them, you get yourself noticed that way there. Anyway, that's what I feel personally. And most younger artists them that are come through as well. It's like them bring through a form of style that is not being heard by the better off artists them.
Yeah, man. So you have to bring some form of originality to the thing and make sure you do the right thing. So that is what I personally try to do.
Well, respect to that, because really and truly people don't want to hear the same thing day in, day out. They want a bit of what we would say flavor.
Yes, man. You bring your own thing to the game, So that's what music is all about.
For real.
You bring your own to the game, and that's what I personally is trying to do and trying to bring across to the whole masses, because music is life and it is universal love.
Believe.
And that we are dealing with. Go ahead.
No, me that says that we are dealing with them right about now. For we as a bigger people, them still, the youth, them will come through. We have to give them something to look up to.
Yes, man. And from there we go on and do the reggae in motion rhythm, you know, with people like Egyptian, Anthony Red Rose, Ginger again, and Juke Lion and so much more. Because as I said, as a producer, I like to bring forward some young youth. So even though we have a few recognized names on the various artists album, I definitely wanted to bring some young youths to the forefront too, you know. So that is my motto to the game and to the business.
Well, me myself personally, that's the reason why I do this job. Because when it comes to the youths, them, I want them to have somebody who can know so well, yeah, the man that talk, he might guide me a certain way. Because enough of the bigger heads, them, not seem to be doing that these days. Them too interested in other things.
You see?
We as big people, we ought to be looking and paving that path for youth them to come forward. The same way we get brought forward by few elders. But the only thing was, them they mix up few elders, them head, because what them did are sure we are not trying to teach we. Is for them way. We want to know about the original way.
Exactly. So come 2012 now, we've been working, you know, non-stop trying to bring forward the next album, which title Catch Me If You Can. And that one was a massive one. That one had me moving forward in so many places. Like it was in the preliminary rounds. That one was in the preliminary rounds, you know, for the Grammys. It was draft as one of the most popular 25 albums to be nominated for the Grammy in 2013. And it also went to number 55 in the iTunes top 100 reggae album charts, you know. So it was a big thing for me again, you know.
Because them say, it's a blend of hip hop and like a soul and kind of reggae all in a one blend.
Yeah, because they have different fusion of music. I like to fuse different kind of music because, as I said, I like originality and I like to bring my own style. I like to bring my own flavor to the thing, you know. So that's what I did when that album came about. And I was, to be honest with you, I was so frightened when I personally got the form in my email stating that I should fill out this form and submit it back to the Grammy committee because the album was selected in the preliminary rounds for you know, to be nominated for a Grammy.
Yes. So hold on there. In addition to all the music and all them things there, you even let off some kind of clothing. Well, you let off clothing as well as accessory products and all that kind of thing there. But weird. You come in like, you make sure say many fingers there out there. And you make sure say each one of them there in a food pot.
Yes, you have to put you on in a, well, you know, in all honesty, when the thing about my clothing wear and all these things came about, I have to give Crystal Comley all the credits for that, because when she came aboard and she said to me, SB, because everybody called me SB because my name is Sophia Brown. And some people call me SSB, you know, they know why they call me that. And sexy SB, you know, a lot of people call that's what it means, you know. And Crystal came to me with the idea of you know, that we should start a merchandising line. And I said, what are you talking about? And she says, well, why you're rising? Because remember that the music is only 10% of the business. The rest is business.
Yes.
And I personally said to her, you know, go ahead and let's do this, because, you know, it's good to happen. It's good to have, you know, good people behind it. That's why I said you alone can't do it, because sometimes you're focused on the creative end of things. And
other things that slip you.
Yeah. So Crystal came and she said to me, I just need your approval. Just tell me that you want to do this. And you know, and I said, yes, let's go ahead. And she put everything together and she sent it back to me to review and stuff like that. And I review it and I approve of it, because I thought it was a very good gesture and a very nice way to move forward. Yeah, and I look into it as the fact that I'm not a civil servant. I don't get pension when I go old. and I don't have a 9 to 5, you know, and this
So
is
you try
where
to make you wait
where
from now. Make you wait from now
yes,
so that when you get the clothes, you have something to come forward to you. Simple thing.
yes, yes, I.
You know?
So this was a farm. This was a way that we had in mind to do this, and she came out. We dropped that in 2012, and that those merchandise line is consist of if you want a baby blanket, you can go there and buy your baby blanket. If
See,
you those who have those who are dog lovers, they can go there and buy something for their pooch. If you want a shot glass for those who drink, you know, a shot of tequila, they can go there and get that. And also, yeah, and if you want a drink mug, you know, like a tea mug, you know, for your coffee and everything, you can go there and get that. You can get plates, you can get teapots, you can get yoga mats, you can get t-shirts, you can get maternity wear.
all farmer things.
Yeah, man, maternity wear, you can get PJs, you can get a denim shirt if you're a man, caps, everything, beach bags, beach towel, you name it, earring, necklace, everything, you know, it's the SB brand, you know. So, you know, for those of who out there who would really like to you know, to help me, you know, propel along, you know, by supporting.
But it wouldn't be just helping you, though, is it? Because you have a certain way to kind of make sure so people can come forward and spend their money with you, because I know you want to take all the money, is it? Because you have to make certain donations, don't it?
Yeah, man. We have we have people. We have people around us, and we have to they are, you know, seeing the way, you know, of, you know, putting things, you know, so that it take a certain things that strain off my pocket, in a sense that money can come in to help back with the production and stuff like that. So as I said, you know, with everyone on board, YK Promotion, I truly appreciate you, girl. Crystal, I appreciate you. Anthony Turner, Rico Berry, the whole team, the whole massive, you know. YK Promotion came on board last year while I was in Europe when I was introduced to her by a very good friend of hers who saw me, you know, in Europe, and she has been a blessing. The thing just continued to grow from strength to strength, and we're just continue to make it happen, you know.
Go so.
And before I go anywhere, I want to pick up a group there in England named Mitzi Roots. I met them in Spain last year.
Misty Roots?
Yeah, man.
Aye. Yeah, man, a good group that, you know, good band that, man.
Yeah, man, I met them in Spain last year. I just want to say hello to them, you know.
Yeah, man, big up Misty Roots.
And for nice talk and thing on the tour bus and thing, you know.
Blessings, man, blessings. No, me here say you're currently being featured in a 3-month promotional run of Airplay. It's about going there, so. Because, you know, say you have the album there, Catch Me If You Can, I come forward, yes? That come out
no,
now,
man, that one, the Catch Me If You Can was 2012.
I mean, you have a new single, I come forward now, don't it?
Yeah, we have whole heap of tunes, man. We have Sugar Cane, which was a new tune that dropped. It's basically a new tune that dropped last December. And then we have Touch Me, which dropped in January, and then we have I'm Wide Awake, that just dropped this last week.
When that dropped?
Last week, you know. So the people can go on iTunes and purchase that single as well. Every music that I'm speaking about is available on iTunes. All they have to do, they can just simply go to the SophiaBrownMusic.com and click on shop, and it directly take them to the music on iTunes, Amazon, anywhere you are in the world, and any music, you know, major music download sites, you can just go there and you can get all the music because it's featured all over the world.
Well, right now, family, remember me tell you hear it from the mouth of the daughter herself. See? Wide Awake. Check the levels of this tune here, because me have it right on the turntable here. Me gonna make the family hear it. See? Remember, you know, you can go get these tunes at iTunes and all them other outlets. Just keep your eyes and peel out, and as soon as you catch it, you know, if you do, press it and set it and keep it like this.
Yeah.
I wanna be wide awake to see when I'm falling for you. Wide awake to see when moment, real love lasts forever. I turn the lights down low and preciously open. I don't need to fix a thing, but there's nothing ain't broken. Wide awake to see when I'm falling for you. Love only happens to a few.
That goes out for all those of you that feel so well you can tape it underhandedly. How it go? That's right.
No need to whisper to say my name out loud. I'm not asleep, 'cause there is music in your arms. Hold me tighter and never let go. I don't wanna keep this a secret. I wanna shout it to the world. Wide awake to see when I'm falling for you. Love only happens to a few. Wide awake, don't wanna miss nothing, my boo. I'm slowly falling into you. I used to dream, now I know better. Dream lasts a moment, real love lasts forever.
You like that one, the Reggae Middlesbrough?
Turn the lights down low and preciously open. I don't need to fix a thing about this. Nothing ain't broken. Lord of mercy. Oh, my baby. If the love come down, I'ma want you tonight. Love come down and it feels so right. My love come down, I'ma want you tonight. Love come down and me feel so right. Come in on my arms, let me hold.
What we call it, family? 2 and 2 make 4, you see.
I'm so wide awake with you in my arms. I'm so wide awake. I'm so wide awake with your head on my shoulder.
They don't know what's a balance you need with family.
Oh,
Every man to a woman, every woman to a man.
wide awake to see when I'm falling for you.
Natural balance, we call that. You see me, family?
Happens to a few. Wide awake, don't wanna miss nothing, my boo. I'm slowly falling into you. I'm falling, oh, I'm falling.
Yes, Mrs. Drain. A tune there. You know, that can go in any big people dancer. You don't know me. Where FARDA CONCIOUS call it. FARDA CONCIOUS said 2 and 2 make 4. You see it? Because
Yeah,
when I,
before we go any further,
See?
I would like to drop the tune, the rendition with me and Miss Betty Wright. Tonight is the night. And I want the UK massive them to hear how I put my spin on this song, because I think I did a pretty good job with this song. A matter of fact,
Well,
anywhere going to the world.
that is one way you never send me, you know.
Yeah, man, I send it to you, man.
Oh, neck back. He come in like me never dry down, you know, sister. Oh, no.
Oh,
It's a slap on my wrist that me deserve, you know. Because me have my life make sure say everything is everything. So me deserve a slap on my wrist for that. Hold on there.
yeah.
Here. No. But I tell you what me have about me do. Him tall and sexy. Me have no love. We're lovers.
Yeah, you can drop the one. You can drop the one there too, you know.
Which one?
We Are Lovers. That is our next brand new one that we are promoting right now with myself and Black Ice. On the UK massive to hear this one too.
Remember, you know, family. When you go to them place, make sure say you press the button, you know. And make sure say you go in your basket proper. Don't stay like me. Don't stay like me. But you press button and nothing come out, and then you, next thing you know, you dash your money. Here? Hold this, family.
What's happening?
This love is for real.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Black Ice featuring.
Started out as friends, but now we're lovers. Who would have thought? your head on my shoulder, whether morning, noon, or night. No matter what the problem, I can solve them together. Baby, you and I. We started out as friends, but now we're lovers. Who would have thought it would be this way?
Now tell your family.
As friends, but now we're lovers.
That's what the thing's supposed to be set, you know.
Who would have thought it would be this way?
Proper.
Wonderful Irish feeling, knowing we were friends, but now that we are lovers, nothing has to be changed. Let's sweeten this friendship with some sweet romance. Caress my lips with your lips. Let me show you what I can do with my lips.
I'll be the man in your corner, waiting for you.
We started out as friends, but now we're lovers. Who would have thought it would be this way? We started out as friends, but now we're lovers. Who would have thought it would be this way? We're lovers. We're lovers. My baby, we are lovers.
We call it family. Big people.
We started out as friends.
But now we're lovers.
Who would have thought it would be this way?
We started out as friends.
But now we're lovers.
Who would have thought it would be this way? My baby.
I put my head on your shoulder to make the whole world know I'm your lover.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Yeah. My baby, my lady.
My friend. No, it's not that, no, maybe.
I tell you the family.
I am your baby.
Listen out for them tunes, yeah.
Ooh.
As you see them, drop them in your basket and run. Don't make nobody else catch them. Otherwise, the next one might not be there for you if you go get yourself. And that, me say. Me see string.
Yes, I.
We don't know, say, X amount of music will come forward. Make the family know what kind of music you have to bring forward for them, if you look out for.
Well, they can always look out for the authentic reggae music, you know, coming from Sophia Brown, and also a fusion of hip hop and what would we call it? You know, pop reggae. They can also look out for some like that as well. And we
Hip-hop.
just want to pop reggae.
Hip hop with
Pop
a reggae beat. That me say.
Yeah, pop reggae. Yeah.
Good.
So we're just trying to push forward the career and just trying to make sure that everything goes well, and we're looking forward to come across to Europe, you know, to the UK and do some things there, because the European people love my kind of music, you know. It's a love rock kind of.
It's European, they might go on a certain way when it comes to reggae music. They might even go on better in England.
I'm telling no, the European is going crazy
Believe.
about reggae music on a whole. But I know the vibe, the kind of vibe that I bring to the table, the UK massive, I think they love it. The lovers rock kind of vibe too, you know.
See.
You know, because love has to be a part of the equation at all times. And you know, if you bring forth love, there is peace. So if you bring forth love, then it's also you have an next massive where I bring forth roots and culture. Everybody cannot do the same thing. So I decided that I would stick with the love thing, you know, and continue that trend, because men need love too.
Okay. No matter where it be, from it I bring oneness. I endorse it.
Yes, it a bring love. It a bring love and everything, and in all senses.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, and we would have liked masses them to know that, if they wanna, book the eye to come forward, they
See?
can, they can go to YK Promotions, or her Skype is Yvette Karuta. Karuta spelled Kruta, Yvette Karuta, Kruta, and office numbers are 941 225 9101.
I beg you, I beg you repeat that one more time for the hard hearing for me, sister.
For bookings, they can go to link up YK Promotion on Skype at Yvette Karuta, which is Yvette Karuta, Kruta for Karuta. Office numbers are 941 225 9109 and also 347 568 9509. And for Jamaica, they can call us at the 876-960-6563. And they also can go to email us at justmefor1 or sophiabrownmusic@gmail.com. And they can just simply go to the sophiabrownmusic.com, and there is all the information that I've given out is right there as well. And for the people who want to follow me on social media, like Skype and Twitter, like Twitter and Instagram, it's Sophia. It's at Sophia Brown SB. That is for Twitter, and for Instagram, it's Sophia Brown Music, and also for Facebook, you have Original SB. All other pages are full, people, so you have to go to Original SB, and also for the fan page, it's Sophia Brown only SB. Sophia Brown only SB. And there it is. If you want to watch my video, you can also go to the Sophia Brown Music webpage. All information is on the website, just as how you would. Just simply Google me. I can't last. I'm all over your net.
So, tell me something then. I mean, we just heard that. It's like there's no, what they call it, because me no computerize. We just talk straight. Me no computerize. It take me all my time just to take off music. Right?
Yeah.
Let alone anything else. So all these gadgets we are dealing with, Twitter, Facebook, and all them kind of, well, we call it Facebook still, because some of the things, you ever see some of the things when me see in there, you don't call it Facebook too. But at the same time, all these places take you straight back to one person family, the person that you would like to meet.
Straight back to Sophia Brown. And for people who want to follow me on these sites, they can just go to www.sophiabrownmusic.com and just click and start following, because all the icons are there, all the apps are there for you to do that. And you can just simply Google my name. If you Google my name, it go all the way back from 1 to number 66 on Google. So that's how much information is out there.
Whoa, so you're out there for everybody to see.
Yeah. So it's not. I'm not hard to find, people. I'm not hard to find. If you want me to book me for an event, I'm not hard to find. YK Promotions. Her email is justmefor1, and you also have sophiabrownmusic@gmail.com. YK Promotion, justmefor1 @gmail.com as well. And that is the cheapest way to go in order not to make a phone call.
All right.
Yeah.
No, tell me something. Is when you yourself liable to be touring?
Well, right about now, we're concentrating on doing the third album, and we have we are doing a lot of promotion now, because we originally wanted to do some touring for this year, and there was some stuff in the pipeline, and they fell through, because you have to make sure that the agreement is right before you leave your yard.
Simple.
If it's not right, it doesn't make sense you move.
For real?
So some of the agreements wasn't right, so we're trying to straighten up some things now. As soon as them straighten out, the massive will know, because we will have them on the Sophia Brown Music webpage, and they can also hit up YK Promotion for sure, and she have all the details as well. And that's how it goes, or just simply hit us up anywhere, because there's a lot of people who's asking when we're coming their way, like especially a lot of people in the U.S., because I have been to South America, Europe, and all those places, but I haven't really put down a good, U.S. tour. So we're just waiting for the right thing. And also the people in the continent of Africa too, they're asking when I'm coming their way, but it has to be right before you leave home, because when you leave home, you leave home and the thing all right, it just makes the artist have headache on the road, and I don't want that.
You want to make sure so when you walk on solid foundation.
Exactly.
Gossa, sister.
Yeah.
No, before we have a part, me have one more tune when we go and drop, right? No Love.
No Love, yeah.
Tell the family how that tune come round, because it must have a meaning behind it.
Exactly. And I'm going to tell you how that tune really come around,
See.
That song is also on the Spotlight album, the 09 album. And I'm a person, I'm very generous.
See.
And a brethren came to me and asked me to loan them some funds at the time. And when I wanted the funds back, he started talking badness.
Mm-hmm.
He started talking badness and thing. And what my mind was telling me, I didn't want it to happen.
Your mind did that tell you badness, and your heart I said no bother with it.
Yeah. Yes. Not that I myself would have done the badness, but I could have done.
We know yes. Exactly.
And I said to myself, let me write this tune and pen this tune and go into the studio and know this person, because if I listen to what my mind is telling me, somebody's gonna get hurt, and I don't want to do this, because I'm a mom, I have children, and I would never like to see anyone children, cry for no reason at all, so that's how this song came about, No Love.
Well, me always talk it, today for them, tomorrow for you, don't?
Exactly.
Make it go so. Family, the thing called No Love. Mind me out,
No love, no love. Them said them loving at them heart, but them no show it at all. Loving at them heart, but them no preach it at all. Them said them loving at them heart, but them no show it at all. Loving at them heart, but them no preach it at all. Me now bow to no God, as long as I live, cause them one of the kings of kings are the almighty I. When them fuck up me spirit and send me to rot, put down a the mineral and catch a quick bath. Read up me Bible and chant 2 psalms. That's the only way me can let go evil thoughts. Cause when me sight up evil, all I want me see evil me it.
Pull up that father. Play it back from top.
No love. Them said them loving at them heart, but them no show it at all. Loving at them heart, but them no preach it at all.
We call them family. We call them iniquity workers.
Loving at them heart, but them no preach.
Want something up.
As long as I live,
and the whole heart too.
Kings are the almighty I. When them fuck up me spirit and send me to rot, put down a the mineral and catch a quick bath. Read up me Bible and chant 2 psalms. That's the only way me can let go evil thoughts. Cause when me sight up evil, all when me see evil, me it frighten. Hey, burn a fire upon evil. Me no want see nothing in evil. But them no show it at all. Loving at them heart, but them no preach it at all. Them said them loving at them heart, but them no show it at all. Loving at them heart, but them no preach it at all. Some of them a come around and say them are you angel, but when you check it out, them are the devil instead. But inna your head, them want mess up your mess. suck out your eye till you drop down. They don't even let you with a dollar. We buy a loaf of bread, but you me know them can't corral me. Them now go see me walk and ball be hungry. Hey, sky is the limit, so hold them and go stop. Them say them loving and them heart, but them no show it at all. Loving and them heart, but them no preach it at all. Them say them loving and them heart, but them no show it at all. Loving at them heart, but them no preach it at all. When the wicked come about, the Almighty show me the heathen, so me long up me mouth. Them can't see it too long, they must be find a new road. Cause me no trust it. Them couldn't be my friend, me no trust them, no. Me no trust it.
True talk will come out of the mouth of his daughter herself, Sophia Brown family.
Me no trust them, no.
Even the best friend can be your worst enemy.
Them heart, but them no show it at all. Loving at them heart, but them no preach it at all. Them say them loving at them heart, but them no show it at all.
I no lie.
Them heart, but them no preach it at all. Me no bow to no guy as long as I live. That's the man of the kings of kings are the Almighty I. When them pump up my spirit and send me to rot, but young at the mineral and catch a quick bath. Read up me Bible and chant 2 songs. That's the only way me can let go evil thoughts. Cause burn a fire for evil. Me no want see nothing named evil. Them say them loving at them heart, but them no show it at all. Loving at them heart, but them no preach it at all. Them say them loving at them heart, but them no show it at all. Loving at them heart, but them no preach it at all. No love, no love, no love, no love. Them say them loving at them heart, but them no show it at all.
Tell your family, big tune that. Some sistering.
Yeah.
No. You have X amount of tunes put on one side, don't it?
I have songs, boy. And you have a whole heap of them too, you know.
You think me not
You have a whole heap of them.
Remember me tell you, me have to go back a yard and do some work. Believe. See? Because them tune there over the weeks. Them have to leak out. Everybody have to go hear them.
Yes, right.
You know? Because when I do my thing, we have to do proper. Like me say, solid foundation.
Yes, right.
So family, like me say, all of you out there who are listening to this program right now, go out there and look at all the sites them and look for the name Sophia Brown and start buy up everything. FARDA Conscious says so. Seeing? Because it has say one. Yeah. Sistering, before we part company, what would I want to say to the family?
For me, you see, love and peace is always something at the top of my mind. And as we are getting ready here, you know, in Jamaica and in the US, I don't know if it's there in the UK to celebrate Father's Day. Yes, I personally would like...
That'll come this weekend.
Yeah. I personally would like to, you know, say, you know, bless up the fathers, them, you know, who, whether they're there for their children, and you know, are the ones who are there for them children. The ones who are not there for them children,
them what
their heart must have a heart and a conscience and know, say, it's not the ladies one who bring these kids in the world. So they must just step forward and do what they're supposed to do. And to all the good fathers out there who stay around, mentor their children, make sure they do the right thing. Kudos to you. I want to give big love to you. And if you is a father, I want to wish you all the best on Father's Day. And I hope wifey or girlfriend or whoever you have, make sure it's a pleasant one for you, you know, because when Mother's Day come around, the men always make sure that the moms, you know, the mothers are well taken care of. And we as female, if we want that for ourselves, then the men also want that. So I just want to say to all the wives, all the baby mothers who you know, who think that, you know, this is deserving to the man in their life or their child father, just step forward and do that. And also for any young artist out there, you know, who's thinking about coming to this business, remember when you're thinking about it, please remember to work hard and dream big and cut the attitude, because that is what will get you forward. And make sure you know your craft in whatever you're doing, because that is also another experience that you have to have. And for all your listeners today, you know, I want to thank them for taking the time out to go on this journey with both you and I. I truly appreciate it. And for all the people who had you know, started with me on this journey, all the fans, I truly appreciate it. And all the new fans who catch up with me on this journey, I truly appreciate you as well. God bless you and God love you continually. And also to YK Promotion, Anthony Turner, Rika Berry, Crystal, the Music Maker family. I just want to give a strong love. Without you guys, I'm nothing, because I can't do it without you guys. And to all media personality anywhere in the world, thank you all, you know, for the support and love that you have shown to me and my music.
When we said to that family, we say manners and respect to that. See?
Yeah.
Sister
Yes, sir.
Sophia.
And I just want people to know that I'm a humble soul. I'm not, you know, when anyone meet me, they will know that I'm a humble soul. I'm a humble human being. I'm family oriented, and I when I say family, I mean like my immediate family and my YK Promotion family, my Rico Berry family, my Anthony Turner family, Crystal, everybody. I'm very family oriented, and you know, so these are things that I cherish most of all, because when all is said and done, they are the people who you have. And I just want to give them mad love for supporting me at all times. And also for all the fans who give me enough love by downloading the music and buying it. And all the radio disc jockey who really, you know, take the time out, you know, to listen to a song and play it. Trust me, I really, really, really and truly appreciate that. And I want God to continue to bless you all and your family. Straight and narrow. All print media, all audio, electronic media. Thank you all so much. It's a blessing to have you on my side.
Respect. I don't say, Father can't even add nothing to that in our system, because he don't talk it out already. Everything.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't know.
Whenever war, you have to prepare in us.
Family, you don't know, say everything is everything when you come to Rhythm Roots, you know. No matter what go on, you get heard all over the world. See?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And it's that
So I just want the people them to just give thanks and give thanks for life. Whatever you do each morning when you wake up, make sure to say, thank you, Father, for opening my eyes to a brand new day. You know, because it never have to happen. So just give thanks, show love. If you have a finger banana into somebody who want peace, where really are dead for hunger, give them peace. Because, yes, give them peace, man, because they're hungry too, you know. So that's the way I say.
And tomorrow, no promise to nobody, you know. Simple
no
things.
Promise to
so
no one, you know. So that's what I say.
Do what you
give
can
love,
today.
give peace, and show love at all times.
All right. Simple things. Mrs. String, we go part company on this one tune, yeah. See? We are going to make the family hear the tune while we reason, said we. See?
Let me hear it, sir. I want to hear it too.
Hey, this is what Sophia Brown talk about to the whole of the world, you know. Hear what she say.
Oh, baby, I'm lying here waiting patiently.
She thinking about everybody across the world who are going to buy up our tune, them.
Lying in my bed, thinking of you. I can't get no sleep, can't get you out my head. Lying in my bed, thinking of you. I can't get no sleep, can't get you out my head. You see, Oh, baby, losing your love would be like a good dream gone bad. Come home to me, baby. Oh, I can't do without your love.
Yes, family, like me say, VIPs got lure right, yes, up on Rhythm Roots. Yes, family, little more from now. We shall have another VIP in the place of entertainment to the max. By the name of Easy B, otherwise known as Easy B. But in the meantime, between time, family, Sophia Brown has said,